Good morning. Today we'll be reviewing Chapter 7 for our test. The first problem says, use exponents to rewrite the expression. So our base is 3 on this one. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is telling us that the exponent is telling us that we're multiplying that base 4 times. If our base is 5, we're multiplying it 1, 2 times. So it's 3 to the 4th power times 5 to the 2nd power. A plumber charges $10 for transportation and $55 per hour for repairs. Write an expression that can be used to find the cost in dollars for a repair that takes H hours. So if it's $10 for transportation, so it's $10 for transportation plus the $55 per hour, but we don't know how many hours, so we're going to use the H as the hours. So it should be 10 plus 55H. Okay, the next one says, Ellen is 2 years older than her brother Luke. Let K represent Luke's age. Identify the expression that can be used to find Ellen's age. So Ellen is 2 years older than Luke, and Luke is K. So Ellen is 2 years older than Luke, or K, right? So which one of these is that? And that's going to be B, K plus 2. The next one says, write 4 to the 3rd power using repeat multiplication and then find the value of 4 to the 3rd power. Well, 4 is going to be my base, and I'm going to multiply it 3 times because my exponent tells me how many times to multiply it. So I have 4 times 4 times 4. And then if I'm going to find the value of it, I'm going to solve it. 4 times 4 is 16, and 16 times 4 is 64. Next question. Jasmine is buying beans. She bought R pounds of red beans that cost $3 per pound, and B pounds of black beans that cost $2 per pound. The total amount of her purchase is given by the expression 3R plus 2B. So 3 times R, which is the $3 pounds, times the R, and then the $2 times the B, which is 2B. Select the term of the expression and mark all that apply. So if I'm looking at my terms, I have 3R, right? So that's definitely one of my terms. And then I also have 2B, so there's another one of my terms. So it does say mark all that applies. So we're going to mark the 2B and the 3R. All right, number 6. Choose the number that makes the sentence true. Use the formula V equals S to the 3rd power, which gives the volume of a cube with the side lengths S. The volume of a cube that has a side length of 8 inches is, and we need to find out how many inches cubes it is, but it's S to the 3rd power. So if the length of the side is 8, then that's saying 8 to the 3rd power. 8's my base, and this tells me how many times I multiply it. I multiply it 3 times, right? So 8 times 8 is 64, and 64 times 8 is 512. Next problem, number 7. Liang is ordering new chairs for cushions for his dining room table. A new chair costs $88, and a new cushion costs $12. The shipping costs $34. The expression 88C, so $88, and 12C plus 34 gives the total cost for buying the C sets of cushion chairs. So 88 times how many we're going to buy, 12 times how many of them we're going to buy, and 34 for the shipping. So let's simplify by combining the like terms. So our like terms are 88C and 12C. I can add those together. I can't add the 34 because it doesn't have the C after it, right? So 88 plus 12. We have 88 and 12. 2 plus 8 is 10. 8 plus 1 is 10. So I'm going to have 100C, right? Because those are my like terms, plus 34. And that's going to give me the expression. Mr. Ruiz writes the expression 5 times, and then we have parentheses, 2 plus 1, parentheses, the power of 2 divided by 3 on the board. Chelsea says that the first step is to evaluate the exponent. Explain Chelsea's mistake and then evaluate the expression. Well, remember, you're supposed to do parentheses first, then exponents. Otherwise, you get a very different number. So let's solve this out. We have 5 times 2 plus 1, parentheses 2 divided by 3. So first I solve inside the parentheses. 2 plus 1 is 3. So now I have 5 times. You can almost erase this, right? Because we have 3. There's my exponent divided by 3. Next I do my exponent. This base number is 3, and it's saying that I multiply it 2 times, and 3 times 3 is 9. So I'm going to cross that out. Now I have 5 times 9 divided by 3. Now I'm going to do my multiplication, my division, going in this direction. 5 times 9 is 45, divided by 3 equals 15. So the answer is 15. Jake writes this word expression, the product of 7 and m. Use an algebraic expression for the word expression. Then evaluate the expression if m is 4. So 7 and m, that's saying 7 times m, right? Or 7 times m, however you want to say that. And if I'm substituting 4 for the m, then that's saying 7 times 4, and 7 times 4 is 28. All right, number 10. Sora has some bags that each contain 12 potatoes. She takes the 3 potatoes from each bag. The expression 12p minus 3p represents the number of potatoes left in the bag. Simplify the expression by combining the like terms and draw a line to match the expression with the simplified expression. So 12p minus 3p, well, that's simply subtracting. And 12 minus 3 is 9, so it's going to be 9p. Number 11. Logan works at a florist. He earns $600 per week plus $5 for each floral arrangement he delivers. The expression 600 plus 5f gives the amount in dollars that Logan earns for delivering the flowers arrangements. How much will Logan earn if he delivers 45 flower arrangements in 1 week? And show your work. So we get the equation is 600 plus 5 for every flower. Well, if I've got the 600 plus and it says that for the flower I'm going to have 45, and that's 45 times the times the 5. So now I'm going to have to go this way, right? And the first thing I have to do is multiplying and dividing. So 45 times 5 is going to give me 225. Bring down my 600. So now I have 600 plus 225, which is 825. So that's how much she will earn if she delivers 45 floor arrangements in 1 week. Okay, next question. Choose the word that makes the sentence true. Dara wrote the expression 7 times, and then parentheses D, plus 4 in her notebook. She used the property, and let's figure out which one it is, to write the equivalent expression of 7D plus 28. So if you look at that, it looks like she's using the distributive property because she went 7 times D and 7 times 4, which got the 28, right? So this is going to be the distributive property. Number 13, use properties of operation to determine whether 5, parentheses n plus 1, parentheses plus 2n, and 7n plus 1 are equivalent expressions. So on this one right here, I'd probably use the distributive property. I do 5 times n and 5 times 1, so let's do that. So if I've got 5 times n is 5n, plus 5 times 1 is 5, and I'm going to keep my plus 2n. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to combine the like terms. I'm going to use the commutative property to combine the like terms. 5n plus 2n is 7n, and then I still have my plus 5. So now this one's kind of final. And then I have this that I'm comparing it to, 7n plus 1. Well, 7n is the same, plus, and then 5. Yeah, if I'm adding 5 to 7n, and I'm only adding 1 to 7n, it's not going to be equivalent, right? Because it's going to be 2 completely different numbers. So this one is not. Okay, on to the next question. Alicia buys 5 boxes of peanut butter granola bars and 5 boxes of cinnamon granola bars. Let P represent the number of peanut butter granola bars and C represent the number of cinnamon granola bars. Jari and Emma write an expression that represents the total number of granola bars Alicia brought. Are the expressions equivalent? Justify your answer. So Jara says 5P plus 5C. So they bought 5 boxes of peanut butter and 5 boxes of cinnamon granola bar. Whereas Emma wrote hers as 5 parentheses P plus C. Well, if we use a distributive property here, we can hopefully see if it's similar to this one. So distributive property, remember, whatever I multiply this one is going to go here and there, and then I would add the 2. So 5 times P is 5P, and I'm going to keep my plus sign, and then 5 times C is 5C. So 5P plus 5C, 5P plus 5C. They are definitely equivalent fractions, or equivalent expressions. Abe is 3 inches taller than Chen. Select an expression that represents Abe's height if Chin's height is h inches, and mark all that apply. Well, 3 inches taller, right? So h minus 3, that's not going to show me taller. That's going to show me smaller. H plus 3, definitely. Okay. The sum of h and 3, well, yeah, because we have h, and then if we add 3 to it, right? The difference between h and 3, again, that would show me being smaller, not being taller, right? Good job. All right, number 16. Write an algebraic expression in the box that shows an equivalent expression. So we've got 3k, so we have to do an equivalent expression of this. So one that they got was 6k plus 5. Okay, well, we could do, I don't think this one's going to be it, because if I were to multiply this one out, let me see here. 3, if I do a distributive property, this would be 3k, and that would be a 6, right? So 3k, keep my plus sign, plus 6. Yeah, it's definitely not going to be that one, but this one does go here. So I'm going to write 3k plus 2. Okay, so this one's now out, so let's look at this one. Well, I do have like terms, 3k plus 2k, 3 plus 2 is 5, so that's 5k. Looky there, it belongs on this one. So 3k plus 2k. Now let's do this one. Is there a way to combine like terms? Well, the 2 and 3 are like terms, and that's 5, so 6k plus 5. So that would go here. 2 plus 6k plus 3. All right, number 17 says, draw a line to match the property with the expression that shows the property. So the associative property of addition, so I'm looking, and that is going to be from here to here, because all they're doing is they're moving them around. 6, they just move these parentheses, 6 plus 8 plus b, 6 plus 8 plus b. They just moved the parentheses here and here, so they just swapped it around so that they had like terms together. Commutative property of addition. That one is going to be straight across, because again, I just swapped 14 plus b and b plus 14, same answer. Identity property of addition is whenever you have the number plus 0 equals the number. Number 18. A bike rental company charges $10 to rent a bike plus $2 for each hour the bike is rented. An expression for the total cost of renting a bike for h hours is 10 plus 2h. Complete the table to find the total cost of renting a bike for h hours. So on this one, we have 10 plus 2 times 1. 10 plus 2 is 12. Times 1 is going to be 12. So the total cost for this is $12. Now, if I'm doing it for the second hour, it's going to be 10 plus the 2 times 2. This one's 10 plus the 2 times 3. And this one's 10 plus the 2 times 4. So let's solve them. This one we have 12. Remember our order of operations, we shouldn't do 10 plus the 2 first, although it didn't matter in this last problem. But 2 plus the 2 is 4, or 2 times 2 is 4, plus the 10 is 14. And then over here we have 2 times 3, which is 6, plus the 10 is 16. And then 2 times 4, which is 8, plus the 10 is 18. So for renting it 1 hour, it's $12, 2 hours is $14, 3 hours is $16, and 4 hours is $18. Moving on to number 19. An online sporting goods store charges $12 for a pair of athletic socks. Shipping is $2 per order. Part A. Write an expression that Hannah can use to find the total cost in dollars for ordering n pair of socks. Well, it's $12 for a pair, so $12 per the n pair plus the shipping cost, which is the $2, right? So 12n plus 2. Part B asks us, if Hannah orders 3 pairs of athletic socks and her friend Charlie orders 2 pairs of athletic socks, what is the total cost including shipping for both orders? And show your work. Well, Hannah ordered 3 pairs, so I have my 12. Remember, it was 12n plus 2. So for Hannah, in the n, I'm going to put in 3. So 12 times 3 plus 2. 12 times 3 is 24. For 2, so 3 is going to be 36. Plus the 2 is 38. So the total cost is going to be $38 for Hannah. Now for Charlie, it's 2 pairs of socks. So again, I'm going to write my equation, 12n plus 2. So wherever the n is, I'm going to replace that with the 2 plus 2. 12 times 2 is 24, plus the 2 is 26. So Charlie's order is $26. Now, what is the total cost for both orders, including shipping? It's going to be the $38 plus the 26. So 38 plus the 26. 6 plus 8 is 14. 3 plus 2 is 5, plus 1 is 6. So the total order for both is going to be $64. Fernando simplifies the expression, parentheses 6 plus 2, parentheses, and then the exponent 2 minus 4 times 3. Part A, Fernando shows his work on the board. Use the words and numbers to explain his mistake. So he has, it looks like he did 6 plus 4. Wow, so what he did first is he did not use the correct order of operation. He should have added the 6 and 2 first because that's what was in parentheses, right? And then he should have evaluated this exponent. And then he should have also multiplied next instead of subtracting first. So let's do this problem the correct way. Let me move this down. So let's go ahead and simplify it the right way. So if I'm doing this first, then I should do what's in the parentheses first. So 6 plus 2, just write this out like this, minus 4 times 3. So 6 plus 2 is 8. So now I have 8 with an exponent of 2, minus 4 times 3. Next, I evaluate the exponent, 8 times 8, because remember that's the base, and that tells me how many times to multiply it, is going to be 64 minus 4 times 3. Next, I do the multiplication division first, so that's 12. So now I have 64 minus 12, 64 minus 12, and then I'm going to get 52. So the answer should have been 52. All right, so make sure you go back over these tonight as you're studying for the test tomorrow. Good luck.